Good day, guys. Bing here. Today, let's try this one. Okay, I think this one can be quite tricky in Revit, but we can still try. I think one thing is the pattern. So of course, we need to try to create the whole massing, and then because in Revit this looks like one all the patterns, so you can see the patterns are continuous. So in order to have this one, you need to create this one as one single piece. So if actually I'll just let's stop talking. I'll just try. So okay, so let me just create a so I'm going to use conceptual mass for this one. So why was I talking about the patterns? Because if so, for example, this one, so there are different ways of modeling these type of shapes. So sometimes you can just use like a generic model, like a extrusion, or so for example, so let's ignore this curve, this part, but just imagine that's just a box with a fillet corner, all these corners. So we can do it using a like a sweep. So let me just try. So I'll first create a like rectangular shape, right? So here, and then from this one we can create a so imagine this is the path, and then we can create a profile. So I'm going to just place a point onto here, and then we just try to, so I'm going to just draw some reference line from this point. So I just use draw on work plan, set work plan, and if I just do it, so go up, maybe just go 90 degree and fillet it. Okay, so something like this. So we can maybe I'll just do finish it with closed. Okay, so we can create something, like this, but the issue we are going to have with this one is all these surface. So you can see they are all separate. So which means if you create and even here, so let me just Control Z, so we can even fillet the path as well. So let me think. I'll just check the length for 46. So if I do 46, radius 46 for this, I think in my looks like we need to set work plan onto this level, and then we can do this fillet on this with 46. Okay, so and I'll just try. Probably we will have some issue with this, I'm not sure yet. So let's try. So create form. Okay, so we can't, so it looks like we can't have that the same as this one. So maybe we need to reduce this a little bit. So instead of 46, I'll just so tab select individual this reference line, we can type in smaller. Instead of 46, we'll use 45, and select everything here. So this we can create this one. So this looks similar to this, not very similar, but so it's quite similar. But so you can see all these surfaces, they are individual, separate. So which means if we create a pattern from this surface to this surface, or into this, so let's try divide the surface, and you will see maybe I'll change it to a different pattern, so you can see maybe this. Okay, so now we will have some issue with this. So it's okay, it's not too bad. You can actually say we can, so this extra line, but looks like the pattern still, I think it's okay if we change this one, so to try this one 40, sorry, the other way, the other one 40. Yeah. Sorry, this one's correct, but the other one's wrong. Yeah, I think it's okay. So you can see the result is not too bad. So I'll try this one 50 and this one to try this one to 10. Yeah, I think it's okay. So yeah, maybe this can be actually one of the option for some yeah, for this, but you will have these extra lines. Okay, so and I'll see if, yeah, maybe let's try this one. So if I drag this line, try to select the reference WF wireframe, try to select these two lines, because these two are the profile part of the profile. So if we move this up, and this will change. I think it's probably because, let me try again, MV, because we have this option, this join checked. So which means when this join checked, when you move, it will break here, this point and this point. So if I uncheck this one, this should, instead of, just move this two, it will also adjust these two lines. So if I move this up, so this should change. So you can see change the whole thing. So I'll change this to shade SD. So you can see this is what we have. And then we can actually, so for example, you can just, if you want to create this shape, you can somehow create a void. So maybe, how can we do it like a very organic shape? Maybe we can just do it. Let me think. What should we do it? How should we do it? We can just do maybe just in this reference plan. I'm going to just draw. So select this reference plan. So this is it's the same as you setting world plan. So if you select, so for example, before you draw any reference line, select this reference plan. So now the default world plan will become this reference plan, and then you can just draw reference. Maybe I'll just use spline. Okay, so you can see I'll do something like this, and then we can just place a point, and then on this point I'm going to just draw maybe also a spline, draw on world plan, pick it here, and I just draw something like this. Of course, you can't just create a closed spline, so we need to have a line, okay, to close it. So this is one. Let me just try to select this spline to adjust it. Okay, so roughly. Okay, so this is one of the shape, and I'll just select this CC and copy it twice. Select this, and maybe I'll just place it in the middle. I'll change to wireframe WF, select it, pick new host, place it in the middle, and this one, pick new host here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, and with this path, we can create a void. So this will cut the, so yeah. So now we have so you can see, ignore this shape. Oh, sorry, these reference line. Let's just do HH. So now we have this, so right. Okay, so then let me just delete this for the surface, and also this one. So create another one, but this time I'll change to shader again, SD, in this time. So you can, oh hang on, where is it? Try to tab. What's going on? Try to tab. It's not there. Tab. Doesn't work. Tab. Maybe I'll just. Yeah, it looks like I broke it. Type HR. Doesn't work. Delete this. Doesn't work. Delete this. Where's this surface? Sorry about that. Maybe if it's broken, maybe I'll just delete this. And because we can just quickly, because we have all these reference lines still there, so we can select both of them, just create another one. So now we just need to manually cut, because we create a solid after this void, so this void will not automatically cut this solid. So we need to do the cut geometry manually. So now we have this, and then for the divided surface, we can tab, select. So now you can see this is the surface after the void. Okay, so after the cut by the void. So now we can create a divided surface. So this will will match the surface. Right. So yeah, that's it. So this is one of the option. So you can use, but it's less organic shape. So now here we have that issue, because I think it's because the length of these like the size of this surface, now it's become it's different, and the pattern become different, so they won't match. So you can see it's not matching anymore. So I believe you can still try to adjust using all these settings. So you can adjust the number, change the size to try to make them match, right? So for example, I'll just use fixed distance and fixed distance. So maybe I'll just try the same number, so it will become more like a square shape. And then this one I'll do the same, fixed distance 1200 and 1200. So yeah, okay, so you can see it's not matching. So you might need to like use this offset, and then somehow you can adjust them. I'm not sure, but apparently you can, right? So you can change this number to move them up and down, and then left and right. So try to match them, but this might take a little bit time. Okay, so that's it. That's this one. And I think another way of doing this is trying to find a, imagine you creating just one piece of surface, but using a path. Somehow you create a path and place some profiles to match this. So imagine if I just do a screenshot of this. So I'll just probably try to place a reference reference line, or spline through points. So something like that. So you can't see this, but imagine this is a profile. And then you have the first one, maybe something like this. The second one, you might need to extra profile at this point, and then something like that. Another one there, another one there. So I can just quickly have a try. So I'm going to, maybe I'll just copy this reference plan. I'll CC this to here. So now I'm just going to use this. So first we need to create a reference a path. So select this reference plan first, or you can just use set work plan, or draw reference line on draw on work plan and set work plan onto this reference plan. So now we can just do up, and if you want this angle to be more sharp, you can add more points, something like this. Right? So maybe I'll just come down, come up, go up, and then something like this. And so this is the profile. And then you just place point. So first place a point here. So maybe I'll just drag this one down to here. Oh, sorry, Control Z. Go down here. And then we can just place a reference line on the point. So first I'll still use spline, draw on work plan, set work plan, pick this point. So just, okay, so, and then we can try to, draw a line. You can start with very simple lines, because you can add control points. So you can start with something like this and add control points whenever you need. Okay, so I think hang on, so go back. So it need to be close to this point, I think. Okay, so now maybe I'll just copy some of these lines of points and lines, CC. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And then select this point, pick new holes roughly here, and this point roughly here, and this one, and roughly here, and this one roughly here, and this one. So at this corner, and this one go down there. So when you first, I think it's easier to create a surface before you do any a change, because it's more likely you can create this shape. Okay, so now we have this one. Then we can try to add control point into this reference line. So if you can select this reference line, you can add control. Pick this, so you can add one more, right? So pick this, you have one more point. So which means you can adjust this point, and also just make sure, because these points, they can only be adjusted. Okay, looks like hang on. So we have some issue. Maybe we start with this one. So add control point. So maybe let's try. Okay, so maybe I'll just do HI, so it's easier. Select this, and then we can just adjust this. So for the end point, you need to tab and select. So in order to only adjust this point, instead of, if you do not use tab, it will scale the whole thing. You can see it will rotate and scale the whole thing. So okay, so tab, and then you can, and then do this. Okay, let's type HR, so you can see we just fold this down. Yeah, so this can be quite tricky, because at this corner it can very likely break this mass. So you just need to test. So sometimes if it doesn't work, type WF, you can adjust this point a little bit, maybe just move this down, so you can you can do this to fold that way. Hopefully it won't break. Yeah, it looks like it's very hard. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, maybe it's not really a good way of doing this. I guess it's very hard to just do it. Let me think. Maybe there's other options, or hang on. Maybe let me try. Maybe instead of have this path, maybe you can just do a flat. So let's try. So I'm going to just select. I'll just do another one. Okay, so I'll just do another one here, but I still use this reference plane, because we can extend this reference plane to here, right? So okay, so select this one. We're going to do another. I'll still use a spline, so I'll just do a couple, maybe 4 points. That should be enough. Okay, so place a point in here, and let me think. Reference line, spline, draw on world plan. I'll just directly create something like this. So instead of do it on the path, I'm going to try use profile. Okay, so something like this, and then let me think. I might just need to move this a little bit to the here. I'll copy this CC, and maybe I'll just file, create new host, this one roughly in the middle, this one to the right, this one to this end. So now we can create a shape, right? So with this path, and cancel. So sometimes when you create a shape like this, right? So you probably miss one. You don't need to do it again. So you can select this surface with this, and you can continue this surface. Okay, so now how can we do it? I think I'm not sure. Maybe we can. Let me just try. See if I can just drag this down, drag this down, drag this down. Yeah, I think we can probably do this. Yeah, I think it's not too bad, because if I move this very close to this. Okay, so this is great. What's going on here? Shade. Okay, so no. No, Control Z, Control Z. What we need is probably we need one more of this. So let me just delete this. So we have this one here. Let me just copy this. We need this one very close to here. Pick new host, and maybe we need another one close to this one, so it won't go up, very high. Let's have another try. So I'll select everything here, and together with the path, create a form. Still, okay, it looks like it's still not right. Yeah, this can be tricky. Oh, maybe we need another one here. So we need to have two here and then another one. So instead of here, so maybe I'll just drag this one to this side, and yeah, I think it's better. Okay, so looks like, yeah, it's better, but still it's not perfect. So you can see it will break. Come down, close to each other, very close, very close. And then we still have this issue. Maybe we can just add another one. I'll just delete this one, and I'll just CC and pick new house, place it very close to this one, and see what happens. So maybe I don't even need to worry about that part. Okay, yeah, it's still not good. So maybe it's not really a good idea. Nah. Okay, so I think this is yeah, it can be hard to do it using this method, but I think if you spend a little bit more time, you probably will be able to do this. Maybe just have a try. Yeah, I think I think this is better. So maybe I'll do this. So this is not okay. That's better. Yeah. Yes, that's better. Okay. And okay, so this looks much better. So this you can still, yeah, you can do this. It's not perfect, but yeah, I think you can. So this is not too bad. You can probably just, for example, these corners, you can try to adjust. You can try to adjust these to make it more, yeah. It's not good. Yeah, you can just have a play. But the good thing about this method is this is one piece, right? So if you're happy with this one, so eventually you, for example, you create something like that, and then if you use divided surface, it will become one piece of surface. So you can apply it to a pattern. This is very crazy, but if we increase the number of this, so and then that's I think it's better than the previous one, because previous one it's all separate. You just need to work out how to adjust this to achieve the shape you want to have, right? So yeah, okay, so that's it. It's a bit hard to achieve a perfect shape, but just No, this is because there are two profiles very close to each other. So even if you change a little bit, it will change the whole thing quite a lot. So you have to, adjust these two together. So it can, yeah, but I think it's probably easier if you delete one of them. So it looks like we don't need two here. Yeah, that's good. But we probably do need two here because otherwise we'll go up. Then let's try to adjust this one. So I just drag it without a tab, so you can see I changed the whole shape, rotate this one a little bit. But yeah, I think it's okay. It's quite okay. And then yeah, so you can do it. So, or you can just tab select it, so it will only adjust this point. It won't move these control points. It's only this one. And yeah, so this is it. Spend some time and you should be able to create a shape. Not perfect, but yeah, I think the hardest part is this, because it can be quite tricky because you need to move this point. So you can see these lines on this point. So if you move this one, you will be able to adjust this line in this direction. But if you need to move it on the surface, on this, you can see on this work plan, so you need to adjust the line here. So it can be quite tricky to yeah, it's quite okay. Trying to create a nice edge, but it can be quite tricky to make this look nice. So maybe we still need to move this close to these points. So it's a little bit hard. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. I think that's it for today. And of course, maybe. So here looks like AutoCAD. Yeah, you can always use different software, AutoCAD, Rhino, to create this type of mess, and then you can just import into Revit. Okay, so that's it for today. If you have a better solution, better method, please let me know. I'm happy to learn something new. That's it. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.